Welcome back to another Minecraft how-to video. Today we're going to be talking about redstone circuits, and some practical uses for these circuits. So over here in a very basic redstone circuit, we have a pressure plate. You step on the plate, and the little redstone activates and turns the door, opens the door. This could be a switch. This could be a button. This door could be any item you choose to be. Over here we have a redstone repeater. The redstone goes through and pulses and pulses. And I'll just show you really quick how to make it. So we start with some redstone dust. You put down a repeater. You put the repeater down the other way. You put a block down. You put your switch on top of the block. And your redstone torch. And then it just keeps pulsing and pulsing. And you can shut the whole circuit off with the switch, which is handy. Or turn it on. If you want to extend the pulses and make them longer, you can adjust these levers here. Right click and make it longer. So now it goes a lot slower. And here's some practical uses for a redstone pulsing circuit. So if I turn this on, see I got an arrow, so I just keep shooting up. But maybe this is at the side of your building, and this just keeps shooting arrows out. Use your imagination, you can make anything of that. So that's one example. Then over here we have a daylight detector. And if it's daylight, the circuit activates the block. In this case, we just have a light block here, but maybe you want to have an inverted daylight sensor, so if it's daylight, it shuts the circuit off, and at nighttime it turns it on, which would make more sense for a light. But I'll show you a different use for that. So over here I made a keep the world daytime, so on this flat world here, it's always daytime. So I have a light sensor, redstone, going to the block with a torch on the other side that deactivates the redstone. In the command block, I have a command block set to set day. In this one, I have weather clear, set the weather to clear for a duration of 90,000. So if I go in here and set time set night. It'll only take a little moment for the sun to go down, and it'll turn this world light again. Because in my test world, I don't want to have it nighttime, where I just have it daytime. So there, now it sets it to daytime. It sets the weather to clear for the rest of the day. So whenever it turns to nighttime, it sets to clear in daytime. So that's something you could use in your world if you're doing a test world and you want to have it daytime all the time. Now we got the tripwire hook. So if we walk in front of the tripwire, we activate the circuit. Whatever that could be. Over here I set a tripwire. And I got a dispenser, so if you walk in front of it, it shoots the arrow out. So this could be a trap for one of your goblins in the world, where you shoot an arrow at them. So here we got some logic gates of redstone. We got the NOT gate. So if the circuit's deactivated, the circuit's activated, which is kind of how our light sensor in the daytime works. So if the circuit's activated, the circuit on the other side is not activated. So that's how our NOT gate works. That's a term for what this little device is called. Is if it's activated, the circuit on the other side is deactivated. Now it's deactivated on this side, it's activated. Then we got an AND gate. Both these are up. The door is closed. One's down, the door is still closed. They both got to be activated to activate the circuit on the other side. And how it works is there's two torches, one on top of each side of the block, and one on the bottom. So the one on the bottom activates the circuit. If I put one of these up, it closes the door. One of those up, still closed. Takes both to close it and one to both switches to activate to close the door, or excuse me, to open the door. One switch to close it. And then we got a OR gate. If this one or that one's activated, it activates the switch. That's just redstone around the back side. But again, they both got to go up to deactivate it. A NOR gate. This switch is open. If any one switch is down, door's closed. And that again has a redstone torch behind it, which deactivates it. A lot of these circuits are very similar, just have to see where you can apply them in your world. Nand Gate. This switch is activated, doors open. Switch is activated, doors open. The switch is deactivated, doors open. Only takes one switch to activate the circuit. And on the back side, it's just straight redstone wire to the door. And here's a really cool one. The XOR gate. It's like your hallway switch. If you're going down the stairs, you turn the switch on, turn the light on. And you get down the bottom, you shut it off. So I use the door so you can see it. But so either switch, when the other one's activated, it shuts it off. And this is how this works. There's a redstone torch on either side of the block. Redstone down the middle. Redstone torch on each end of the block. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 redstone torches. Redstone either side of this door. Block. A block one space over. And a torch each side of that. Redstone to our circuit to our at door. It's for whatever you want to use it for. So this switch goes on, activates that side. The switch goes on, activates this side. Here's a little overview of it. So if you want to copy that and use it in your world. Here, I'll show you what I did with that circuit. I made a XOR gate double switch three-way. So we come to our world, the creepers can't get in, the door is closed, right? You go through, close the door behind you. We just used a couple of pistons and some redstone with the XOR switch below the ground here. And I just fed the wires to the proper sides from the switches into the circuit here. So when you go in, you close the door. Just a couple sticky pistons here. So you get your switches fed to the. You use redstone to feed these switches. So if the switch is over here, you can take redstone like this and feed it. You just gotta figure out how to run the redstone to feed the circuit. That's all. And it can't go on top of things. Like if you got redstone, like if you put redstone down like this, see it joins each other. So some ways to get around that is to put redstone here, and then you can cut it off on the corner of a block, for instance. So that separates the circuit. As soon as you take that block out, it wants to join again. Another thing too, see there are night sensors. I have to read it. If I have a circuit and I'm putting redstone down, at some point the circuit gets too weak. So what we do is we put a repeater in there before the redstone gets too weak. I can extend their circuit. So I use a couple of repeaters in the doorway here, because my circuit's out a little long. So that's what you can do too. You get down here, you put another repeater in, so they can continue the redstone circuit indefinitely. You just got to put some repeaters in. And you don't need to mess around with this stuff or nothing. Just leave it the way it is. That way. That way our switch works just as normal, see? So there's some redstone concepts, ideas, and thoughts for your worlds. Hope you enjoy and like. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe for more videos, because there's a lot more videos coming out in the near future. Every day I'll be launching some new content. Thank you for watching.